Okay, I'm guilty of this and this and this. And I guess I'm not the only one. In today's video, I would like to share my posture exercise challenge that I committed to 30 days ago. It is so strange to realize that the way we carry ourselves has such a big impact both in the physical and mental aspect of our lives. When we have a good posture, it means that our lungs are working to their full capacity, and it means that more oxygen and more nutrients are delivered to all the cells of our body. And in return, we get more energetic and more fresh and feel much better. Good posture makes our muscles to work as they are intended to, and they better support our body, and especially this is true for our spine. And in return, we have less tensions in our body and less pains, which is very good, and we feel much better. And also, when we have a good posture, it means that more oxygen is flowing into our brain, and it means we have less headaches, and if we have one, it goes away much quicker. Another one is psychological. Have you ever heard of a power pose? When we are standing straight, we are more happy, energetic and confident. Good posture also makes us smarter. When we bend our shoulders, we tell our unconscious self that we are a bit afraid or maybe unsure, and it makes our fear factor, the amygdala in our brain, to think that we are in a fight or flight response. And all the systems in our body are ready to protect us, and the rest of the capabilities like creativity, creative thinking, critical thinking are really degraded a lot because the first priority is safety. The study shows that students who were asked to sit straight and perform a test had much better results comparing to students who were sitting as usual, curling their back. Okay, let's go back and see how it all started. I was filming one of my YouTube videos sitting behind the table and journaling, and that's when I got a reminder that I want a good posture. I tried multiple things. I signed up for a posture marathon and I survived just 2 days out of 60 because we were traveling and I didn't have enough time. I also downloaded an app which reminded me to sit straight, like from time to time. And I realized that first of all it was very annoying, and secondly I stopped noticing those reminders after I think 3 or 4 times. Also in March planning I mentioned that I would like to work on my posture to create a habit on sitting straight, but actually it never happened. But I wasn't ready to give up and I decided to create a challenge to work on my posture for 30 days for a short period of time and to make it my priority. Let's see the before. I tried to relax as much as I could, but when I wanted to show my before I realized it's not too bad. Maybe I didn't really try to make it look bad. Well, I will try harder next time. So all in all, I had 3 ingredients that helped me to approach my challenge. First of all, I had my intention and habit set up. Secondly, I had my exercise chosen and a tracker. And thirdly, I have some complementary activities. And let's dive into all of those deeper. So first of all, my intention and my habit. I wanted it to be clear, easy to follow, unambiguous whether I made it or not. And that's what I had. I decided to do a posture exercise for 10 to 15 minutes per day before breakfast, because I know that in the morning I usually remember to do things and maybe I'm still fresh and I can actually do it. But I also had a plan B because you never know what can happen in the morning. And whenever I don't do exercise in the morning, I set up an alarm for the time when my daughter is already asleep in the evening, and I spend my 10 to 15 minutes to do exercise. And I know that in most cases, whatever happens during the day, I can still devote 10 minutes to my exercise and make it my priority. Second is exercise tracker. It is the first time I made a physical, visual reminder of this challenge and put it in a visible place. For me, it's kitchen, and I feel like this is the most occupied part of our home. So every time I was there, basically all the time, I got a reminder that I have to think about my posture and to work on it if I haven't done my morning exercise. And this physical thing worked better than I expected. I feel like for every next challenge I will have a physical tracker, even though I do like the technology thing. And now the exercise part. And here I need to mention that I'm not a physician and I can't recommend any of those exercises. So if you were to start something similar, please consult your doctor to make sure that it's safe for you to do those exercises. I did my research and I realized that I would like to work on 2 aspects of my posture. First, I would like to work on my back muscles, so the muscles that make our shoulders come together on the back side. And secondly, I would like to work on the muscles here, so to stretch them, because if they are not stretched and they are tensed, they tend to curl our shoulders to the front. So these are 2 areas I tackled. And the third ingredient of this challenge is supporting stuff. I quickly understood that having a good posture is actually a habit, especially in the beginning. It has to be a conscious decision to work on the posture and to make it straight. and I had one interesting idea to find something that you do multiple times during the day and create a link between your new habit and this thing. So I will explain it. So for me, it was going through a door, like entering a room or exiting home. That was the time when I was actually improving my posture. And of course, it didn't work in the beginning for all the doors, but I realized that I think about it more. It was working especially well with kitchen, because every time I was entering the kitchen, I was thinking about tracker because it's very visible there. And every time I was exiting the kitchen, it's the same because I just have seen this tracker. So I was improving my posture. And day by day, I realized that I improved my posture most of the times when I enter or exit the room. So towards the end of the challenge, I realized that even when I don't go through a door, I still remember to make my shoulders straight and improve my posture. All in all, I should say that as I created a challenge for myself, I was thinking about it a lot, and I remembered to do exercise every day apart from one day. I actually realized it after midnight, so it didn't count for that day. So I just decided to extend my challenge for that one extra day. And I also realized that when the surroundings are familiar, when the routine is clear, it's much easier to remember about this challenge, because I had a situation when we actually went traveling and the surroundings were different and so much was going on that I actually had to set up a reminder to do an exercise because I could easily forget about it. Regarding the time of exercise, I did part of them in the morning when my daughter was still asleep, and sometimes I did them in the evening, and sometimes I also had a company. To be honest, I don't really see the difference, but I notice it. By the end of the month, I could feel that my back is strong. It's easier to do exercise and that my back is more flexible. I also noticed that I remind myself of keeping my back straight more often, and I think it's a very good habit that I picked up during those 30 days. And even if I keep my back straight for just 1 minute per day in total, means it's more than 6 hours per year, which is really good. If I were to start this challenge again, I would pick a longer exercise so that I could see better results. But all in all, I'm very happy with the duration because I know it was doable for me. I plan to continue working on my posture, maybe not every day, but just every other day, because I really like the results. I really like the feeling of strong and healthy back. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found something interesting and inspiring for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! On my back, happy.